The next startup is from Italy. They are NiteKite, and you guys are going to love those two entrepreneurs that are about to come out right now.
We were partying a lot. I mean, a lot. No, really, a lot. But at one point, we came to the realization that something was missing. Firstly, it was really hard to find the best clubs in town. And secondly, once we got there, meeting new people and establishing meaningful relationships at a club was not an easy task. Sometimes a guy is too shy to go talk to a girl, or a girl's ego is too big to allow for spontaneous interactions. What for others was a typical night out, for us was a deep study of the nightlife psychology. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NiteKite.
Have you ever imagined that finding a place to go at night could be as simple as lifting a finger? That talking to a person at a club would be as effortless and as smooth as pressing a button? Introducing NiteKite, for those nights you will never forget.
We're 1,000 miles from comfort.
Users will be shown the best venues in their proximity through a map tab, providing live information given by checked-in users for each venue. To view the same information in a more orderly manner, a user can toggle to the List tab where they will access a scroll-down list of all the venues around them. With these features, a user will have the perfect amount of information to make decisions as to where to go and will be able to check in at the club of their choice.
My heart continues to beat.
After they check in, users will see who else is hanging out at the venue.
Strolling so casually.
They will have the possibility to match with them,
We're different and the same.
chat with them, and eventually decide to meet up inside the venue.
Batteries. If you gave me a chance, I would take it. It's a shot in the dark.
The day after the night out, if two users particularly liked each other, they can build upon their nightly encounter by sharing their information on the NiteKite address book, where they can continue to interact. NiteKite. What if your perfect night was just a tab away?
Said I'm with you, there's no place I'd rather be.
We then interviewed people. We asked them for their opinion. We elaborated the data, and that's how we came up with what we call the NiteKite experience, assisting users before, during, and after a night out. NiteKite is at the same time a map guiding users to the best parties in town, a Tinder-like mechanism inside the venue, and a way to keep in contact with the people you have met. I really want to highlight that we're not a simple partying application, and you understand why at the end of this pitch. We are the Yelp for nightlife venues and the Tinder for nightlife enthusiasts, with a gamification twist. A lot of times people ask me, Gianmarco, where do you want to be in the future? Where is NiteKite going to be? Let me tell you that there's no middle way in NiteKite's mentality. There's either success or success. Our target market is represented by the main nightlife cities around the world. Because of our international upbringing, studies, and backgrounds, we have a worldwide community of university students, young professionals, promoters, and club owners that right now, as we speak, are already agreed to introduce and grow NiteKite into their respective networks. We're talking about the trend starters here, the early adopters, the people that made Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Tinder what they are right now. A business wouldn't be called as such without proper analysis, proper research. That's why we carried out a detailed competitor analysis. We found some players in the location-based industry, such as Yelp, and some others in the dating or matching industry, such as Tinder. They really helped us in validating our go-to-market strategy and channels. And at the same time, they showed a gap. There is no application that successfully merges these two dimensions. And this is where NiteKite will place itself. A lot of times I'm asked again, how are you so sure, so confident that your product will work? Well, it's fairly simple. There's a pattern in the market, and if you listen to me, you might be able to see it yourself. How did Tinder get so successful? Before, Tinder dating websites were global. Now, they're confined to a city proximity, shortening the time between the first message and the actual meeting. Now stop and think for a second. Where do people actually go to socialize? We bring dating to night venues. We go from global to city to night venues, where people actually hang out to meet other people. As if this was not enough, we add our own touch, the NiteKite touch. Before the night, check where to go. During the night, meet new people, and after the night, keep in touch with them. As this cycle continues and repeats, we collect information and we create the first nightlife community, the NiteKite social network. Do you remember the group of 20-year-old students I introduced to you, I mentioned to you at the beginning? This is us. Again, I could tell you that we have experiences ranging from Google to Microsoft, from City to TEDx. But I prefer to tell you the story of how we met. I've been friends with Julian since day one at university. Crazy adventures together brought us to develop a lifelong friendship, an awareness project together, and the first draft of what is now NiteKite. During my second year at university, I faced some difficulties. I lost my house in Milano, and Stefano, who I only met 1 week before that happened, took me in with open arms. Since that day, I never left his house. I found a friend I could trust with my life and a passionate believer in our mission. Jonathan completes the cycle by being the not-so-nerdy CTO at NiteKite. During my exchange program in the US, I met a friend that I wish to bring forward, and one of the most intellectual minds I've ever met. As you can understand, we don't want to be defined as colleagues, but rather as true friends. Finally, we wouldn't be where we are right now without the guidance of Kamal, who believed in us since day one with i360 Accelerator, all the people part of the i360 community, and the passionate work of our mentor at Cambridge, Thanos. Probably anyone could say, my business is going to be successful, I'm going to make a lot of money, I'm going to make you a lot of money. But without the proper comparables, you investors would have a hard time. All of you know Tinder, the king of dating apps. Well, it managed to reach a $1 billion valuation in only 2 years. Engine happened are variations of the Tinder concepts applied to a niche market, kind of like NiteKite, and they managed to achieve astonishing results in only 1 year. If you look at NiteKite on the other side as a guide to places and activities, you can find successful comparables in TripAdvisor, Yelp, and Foursquare. I want to end this presentation by telling you something that will show you how we reason at NiteKite. Some people pitch to convince others, maybe to convince themselves, or to get people on board. I pitched to let you know we're coming and to give you the chance to be on our side. Thank you very much, and find us on the App Store.